So, um, so Mary Jo, tell me about how much money were you able to receive as part of the event this past year?
We were able to receive $5,000 from the Miller Group event this year.
Great. I imagine that's helped out in a way.
Oh yes, every little bit helps out. But yeah, with our holiday food baskets, Thanksgiving and Christmas, so it was helped to cut some of those costs that came out of our pocket.
How are things going with space for you guys?
Not well. We are still actively looking for a new location. It looks like we're going to be building. After looking at many buildings, existing buildings, what it would cost for the renovations that we have to do, we sat down and calculated, and it's actually going to be more economical to build from scratch. We are in the process of negotiating a piece of land up in the northern part of LaSalle. So,
Well, that sounds quite interesting because, I mean, you would think that building from scratch would be more expensive than
you
finding
would
a
think,
building.
but when you're looking at older buildings and the renovations that have to be done, the codes you have to bring up to par, and then we also have requirements that we have to meet with the health department and our food bank.
Yeah, that makes sense. Might as well start from scratch so I get it right.
Yes.
I get that. How many clients did you have this Christmas? Was it more or less than you had last year?
It was slightly less. It was, I mean, very slightly. Maybe we're talking 10 less families.
So negligible.
Yes.
In general, would you say the problem still persists and gets greater?
It's greater. We distribute food 3 times a week. And every distribution day, I am signing up new clients, and we're averaging about 5 a day. So it's about 15 new clients a week. And we're finding that the families are larger.
That was what you told me last year.
Yes, and
Was
it
that
is still that trend.
sometimes fewer families, but more people in the families?
Yes,
Often?
yes, because we go by household. So yeah, you know, there's ones that I have noticed they are combining themselves under one roof, and just to help make ends meet.
What do you need right now?
Eggs. Eggs are...
Because you have Easter coming up, you were saying.
Yes, and with the bird flu and the limit on eggs and the price of them, we have no eggs right now at all.
So traditionally what you guys are able to do is take the money and get greater buying power with money than
Yes.
you could if you didn't, then if the food were donated
Yes.
directly. In this case though, you probably want the eggs if you can find them and not necessarily the money to buy the eggs,
Right.
correct?
Well, you know, I'm still working with vendors to see, you know, what our cost could be. The lowest I found so far was $5 a dozen. And every week they just tell me keep checking in. But then they're also having issues. The stores are having issues with getting the eggs, as far as they're being limited on how many eggs that they can order.
So it's not just a question of supply coming to you, it's supply coming to the vendor.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, what do the next few months look like for you with, given all the current trends, with Easter coming up? Do you anticipate it's just going to get busier and busier, or how?
Yes, because right after Easter, we have our Summer Feed Our Children program.
Yep.
And so it's never ending. You know, we go from one thing to another. And our Summer Feed Our Children program is very important for families with school-age children that normally would get the benefits of breakfast and lunches when they're going to school. Now they're not going to school.
Right. Well, finally, so you could use eggs, obviously you can use cash. Can you use some volunteers too?
Oh yes, always. Always use volunteers. My main ones right now are Tuesdays and Thursdays when we are cleaning and preparing for the next food distribution day.
It's a pleasure to be associated with you, and I'm glad that it worked out for you with the campaign this year through Starved Rock Media, Miller Group Charitable Trust. Anything you want to say just about the Miller Group at all, or with everything just kind of?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, thank you. Thank you so very much for your generosity and your support of our Illinois Valley Food Pantry and all the pantries in our area. We benefit greatly from you.
Well, it's Miller Group, but yes, I think they do an excellent job
Yes,
too.
they do. Yes, they do.
Thank you, MJ. Appreciate that. I'm sorry I shouldn't call you MJ.
No, that's all right.
I heard
That's-
Spencer referring to you as